Hey guys, what's up? Pasay Butter here. We are now on this May 30, 2024 NBA Game Day. We are on game number 5 of Western Conference Finals, and finally, Minnesota Timberwolves has notched a win and has made a series out of this, out of this matchup. Dallas Mavericks is currently up 3 games to 1. Game 5, by the way, will start at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be 8:30 a.m. here in Manila. I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. And as we all know, we actually place some free videos right here in our YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. But for those who are interested with our best picks or premium picks for MLB or for baseball, you can actually reach us through Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, or even Messenger account. Just take a look at the descriptions of our videos and you would see the details right there. Alright, so let's get back into this game. The spread, by the way, is minus 4.5, and that's given towards Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota Timberwolves, they would have the home court advantage on this, and not only that, with the win that they had in game number 4, right in front of Dallas Mavericks' fans, the momentum should be on their side. Now let's take a look at the health and availability for both teams. Right, starting with the Minnesota Timberwolves, Jalen Clark, as we all know, he's out for the rest of the season already, and Mike Conley is continuing to hurt. He is actually listed as game time decision, but highly likely he will still be playing. Now for Dallas Mavericks, I see 4 names listed in the injury list. Greg Brown and Prosper are both out for them, and we have Luka and Derek Lively both listed as game time decision for this particular game. But I have a huge feeling that Luka would still be playing. Knowing him, he would still play. He would play through those injuries. Not sure though with Derek Lively, as the injury that he had is with his neck, and as we all know, there are some precautions that that need to be observed and that need to be taken before he gets the clearance to play. So in terms of health and availability, I'm picking Minnesota Timberwolves to have the advantage on this. Again, Dallas Mavericks has 4 players in IL. Right, what a game that was in game number 4, and I was happy to see that Minnesota Timberwolves, some of their players who were actually messing up for them. Specifically, I'm talking about Karl Anthony Towns and Gobert. Those 2 monsters, were messing things up for them. Gobert's not really imposing his strength and will inside the paint, while Towns, he keeps on firing those 3-point shots. In game number 3, I was like scratching my head. I know he can shoot, but he's having a hard time and he's having some difficulties. That's why I was like kind of confused as to why he kept on shooting those threes, especially in game number 3. But finally, in game number 4, Karl Anthony Towns actually found his rhythm, and Gobert actually found his spots inside the paint. So Minnesota Timberwolves finally notched a win on game number 4. Now here we are in game number 5. We're back in Minnesota. I feel like Minnesota Timberwolves would actually extend this to game number 6, especially with the fact that Derek Lively is actually hurt. Now, we don't know if Derek Lively will be playing or not, but for me, Derek Lively is actually a huge part of the reason as to why Dallas Mavericks went up 3-0. Of course, the main reason would be Luka and Kyrie, but man, whenever Minnesota Timberwolves are able to put not really a stop, but put some good defense on those 2 on Dallas backcourt, they were able to find Lively and Gafford on those wins that they had. Specifically Lively. For me, Minnesota Timberwolves can actually minimize what Luka can do if they would keep on applying the blitz on their defense. And the blitz can actually be broken down by Lively, but not with Gafford, because Gafford is, well, he's a beast, but those 2 players are different. I'm talking about Lively and Gafford, right? So again, I'm not sure whether Lively will be playing, and if ever he will be playing, as to how healthy he would be. Again, on this game number 5, I feel like Minnesota Timberwolves will actually win this game. If you are actually looking for a safe bet, I'm suggesting you go ahead and pick Minnesota Timberwolves with a money line. But if you're actually looking for some value, then I'll go ahead and take the Minnesota minus 4.5. That has been the difficulty for this series. You just don't know how close it'll be. Although oftentimes it has been close, but again, considering how Minnesota Timberwolves played in game number 4, the momentum being on their side now. Minnesota playing in front of their people. Again, basing it on what happened on the previous round when they actually were behind against Denver Nuggets, the defending champions. I'm not actually going to be surprised if Minnesota Timberwolves would indeed extend this game to perhaps 6 games or not, maybe even 7. So again, our pick would be Minnesota Timberwolves. Again, if you guys would want to be a bit safe, go ahead and take money line. But if you guys would want to take some risk, but with better value, go ahead and take Minnesota minus 4.5. Peace out, Pasay Love, and God bless.